From Beach Cliff Studios to all of you, we'd like to say Happy Thanksgiving. We all know that this holiday is about sitting around a big old tofurkey watching football all day, but it's also about giving thanks. So we compiled a list about things we're thankful for about the Cedar Fair and Six Flags merger. This hit people a little bit the wrong way. People weren't exactly happy about this.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like me personally. It's not that I wasn't happy about it, but it's very surreal that it's actually happening, that Cedar Fair and Six Flags are combining into one.
A lot of people were actually negative about this, but like I said, we're going to put some things that we're thankful for. So let's get straight in this video because I know you guys have things to do on this great holiday. Number one, that the fact that it's a merger and not a buyout. Now, back in 2019, Six Flags tried to buy out Cedar Fair, and Cedar Fair said no. SeaWorld last year in 2022 tried to buy out Cedar Fair, and Cedar Fair said no. And that would have been Cedar Fair just dissolving and becoming no more. And this is a complete just merger of equals.
Yeah, which we're happy about.
And that kind of leads us into the next thing that we're thankful for, is that both chains are going to take the best of both and combine them into one.
Yeah, we don't want it to be only Six Flags and only Cedar Fair. Like, we have kind of the best of each, and a little bit, like, some characteristics of both Cedar Fair and Six Flags are staying with us, which is exactly what we want.
Like Six Flags, they suffered from a lot of like management issues. They went through like, 3 or so different CEOs in just a few years. And even though they kind of settled on one as of late, but Cedar Fair has been always more steady as far as management and upper management and leadership goes. So that can bleed over into like Six Flags parks. And some things that Six Flags does better is going to bleed over into Cedar Fair parks. So it's going to be one big happy family, we hope. So we're thankful for that.
The next thing that we're thankful for is the fact that we can travel to so many more parks than before. Like, when you have just a Cedar Fair or Six Flags pass, you're restricted to only Cedar Fair or Six Flags parks. But now, since they're combining, they have about like over 30 combined parks. So we can travel, like a pass gets us into Six Flags Fiesta Texas, Kings Island, even parks in Mexico, like Six Flags Mexico. We can go to so many more parks now, which is definitely a really nice thing.
Another thing I'm thankful for is that Six Flags parks are probably going to be going up in quality. That Cedar Fair charm is going to bleed over into them. And it's going to make us more willing to go to more Six Flags parks. Let's face it, have a Six Flags Day has become a meme across Twitter and Facebook, and people posting pictures of like miserable things happening at Six Flags parks. And that's kind of the idea that you have. Like, before you go to a Six Flags park, you kind of have the idea of like, okay, you know what, this might end up being a miserable experience. And I think that fear is going to go away a little bit.
They're a good park. They have good parks, but it's not miserable. I'm most likely not going to be miserable at a Six Flags park.
No.
But it's definitely like the quality of the parks is pretty low with some Six Flags parks. But now, yeah, it's definitely going to go up, hopefully. And maybe people will be a little bit more willing to go, maybe. We'll see. Another thing that I'm thankful for is better merch to Six Flags parks, because Six Flags parks have pretty bad merch. Like, Six Flags Magic Mountain is really, like, all the Six Flags parks that I've been to, you struggle to find any like roller coaster shirt or something. Well, Cedar Fair, on the other hand, like Cedar Point, for example, our home park, they have shirts for restaurants that don't even exist anymore, that existed like a few years ago. Like, they have literally a shirt for everything. So now, hopefully with the new management and that they're combining, we're going to get much better merch at Six Flags parks, which is desperately needed.
And next, for me in particular, I'm really excited about the possibility of Justice League dark rides going to multiple Cedar Fair parks, or at least maybe Cedar Point, or maybe any sort of park like Knott's Berry Farm that doesn't have any sort of dark ride. Now, Justice League is a very fun, it's themed to
to Justice League.
Yeah. So
as the name suggests.
So you go in and you, like Batman tries to save you, or Spider-Man tries to save you, or something.
You're in a vehicle,
and you got these guns and stuff.
It's just a really good shooting dark ride that's 3D and all that. Almost, it's like pretty close to the level of like a Universal ride.
It's right up there. It's not that far off from a Universal Studios ride, yeah. And the fact that Cedar Point, our home park, needs a dark ride desperately. We've been saying that for quite a few years now. and now that opens up the possibility for a Justice League ride to move over there. I think that definitely is something that I'm very, very thankful for.
I would love a Justice League ride at Cedar Point. One thing about Cedar Fair is they get kind of scared of using certain manufacturers, like Intamin. They've completely gone away from. RMC, they've pretty much gone away from.
And it took them a while to even get into RMC.
Yeah, they're very cautious about who they work with. Six Flags, on the other hand, they don't just work with whoever will build them a coaster, but they're a lot better and more open than Cedar Fair, so maybe some better variety to Cedar Fair parks. Like, maybe RMC, like, will this new chain, Six Flags now, start to work with RMC, and maybe some RMCs at Cedar Fair parks? I don't know. But a wider variety of manufacturers coming to Cedar Fair parks is definitely something that I would be thankful for.
Yeah, Cedar Fair's been known for finding a manufacturer
and then just
one or two and then sticking with them.
Six Flags, at Six Flags Great Adventure, they're getting a new gen Vekoma, which Cedar Fair hasn't done anything with Vekoma since the 80s, 90s.
But now Kings Island is getting the
Kings Island is getting the family coaster, but like as far as thrill coasters go, hopefully they'll start to get some of these new gen thrilling Vekoma coasters.
But yeah, we're definitely thankful for the fact that there are going to be possibly a multitude of manufacturers that are going to move into all different kinds of parks. So that's very exciting for everyone, possibly getting a wide range of rides. Mm-hmm. The next thing that I'm very thankful for is the fact that this merger is freeing up so much money and capital that I really think that this is going to lead to bigger investments in some of their main parks, like your Cedar Points, like your Great Adventures, like your Kings Islands and Magic Mountains, stuff like that, your Fiesta Texas.
Yeah.
It's going to lead to a lot bigger investments probably. So very thankful for all this money that's going to be freed up.
Like the whole point of this is for both companies to now combine into one and do a lot better for themselves. So when they do better for themselves, you might get some new and better roller coasters.
Why don't you guys drop a comment down below what kind of rides you think that some of your home parks might get. If you have a home park that's a Cedar Fair or Six Flags park, do you think that this opens up the opportunity for you guys or anything like that?
What kind of coaster do you want at your home park?
And last but not least, we are thankful for all our subscribers.
Ooh, that's you.
Yes, that's you guys, hopefully. And if you're not, then you better go down and subscribe. So we're thankful for you.
Yeah.
And most of all our members, these people right here, can't be more thankful for them. I mean, it's crazy how much they help this channel, and we appreciate it so much. So if you want to become one of these members, you can go down in the link in the description and join our channel membership page, and you get things like exclusive videos, exclusive pictures, shout outs, stuff like that. And like we said, it helps the channel so much. And then the next year when we do our next Thanksgiving video, we'll say we're thankful for our members, and you'll be like, oh, look, that's me. I'm one of the members that they're very, very thankful for. So that would give you a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Trust us. Trust us. But that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and definitely hope that you have a great holiday, and we'll see you guys next time right here on
Peach Cliff Studios.
See ya.
Gobble, gobble.